How is kefir different from other dairy products? With what and for what it can be combined? When is it better not to use it? Watch the video to the end to understand what the features of kefir are. Before the video starts, let's say hello. We want to invite you to subscribe to the channel. We are pleased with your attention. Now you will know the topics of the following videos in advance. No one needs to be convinced of how useful dairy products are. They are presented in a wide range. Kefir stands out among all of them. What is the difference between kefir and other dairy products? An important difference, and due to this advantage of kefir, is the process of its preparation when a special starter is used. It is represented by a combination of lactic acid microorganisms, yeast, and acetic acid bacteria. That is sort of, these are special kefir mushrooms, and only with their use a real kefir is obtained, having a pleasant taste and possessing a large number of useful qualities. They are as follows: rejuvenating and stimulating effect on the body, improvement of blood composition, straightening immunity, stabilization of the intestine and adjustment of the composition of the intestinal microflora, conversion of lactose to lactic acid, lowering cholesterol levels, enrichment with minerals and vitamins. What can be combined with the use of kefir? By itself, this lactic acid drink is quite tasty. However, to increase the beneficial properties, to obtain a more subtle and perfect taste, it can be combined with completely different ingredients. Here are some examples. To reduce the waste and get rid of fat deposits, kefir with parsley is used. Twice a day, you should drink a glass of kefir, in which you need to add a tablespoon of chopped parsley and a pinch of cinnamon. Cook about an hour before use. The course lasts 10 days. At this time, you need to drink more fluids and eat mostly vegetables and fruits. Kefir with sea buckthorn and lime honey is used for fortification and for the prevention of respiratory infections. 200 grams of sea buckthorn berries should be crushed in a blender and squeeze the juice through cheesecloth. Mix the resulting juice with a tablespoon of honey. Beat a glass of kefir with a mixer and mix with sea buckthorn juice. Drink immediately after cooking. To straighten the intestinal microflora, mix 500 ml of kefir with a teaspoon of ginger powder and a small amount of honey and cinnamon in a blender. Insist for 10 minutes. Drink for several days, 2-3 times. Wiped grated apples with kefir perfectly help to reduce appetite and give lightness. Grate 5 peeled apples and mix in a mixer with 300 ml of kefir. Put a pinch of cinnamon, and you can eat instead of breakfast or dinner. To stimulate digestion and speed up metabolism, a kefir cocktail with honey and cinnamon is used. Separately, mix 2 tablespoons of boiled water with a teaspoon of grated ginger and a teaspoon of liquid honey. Then pour it all into 250 ml of kefir. You can add a slice of lemon and a little cinnamon. It also stimulates the work of internal organs. Improves hematopoiesis cocktail of 200 ml of kefir, which is added a little ginger, ground cinnamon and red pepper. When is it better not to use kefir? It is not necessary to consume kefir in large quantities if there are problems with the heart, blood vessels, kidneys, gastrointestinal tract, because it is quite rich in fats and proteins, and low-fat kefir loses all its meaning since the nutrients from it are practically not absorbed. It is important to always use a fresh product. It is believed that after 3 days, all the beneficial microorganisms in it die. Kefir should be stored only in the refrigerator, otherwise it may simply explode due to the inactive reproduction of yeast that emits gas. Remember that kefir is a very useful product, and drink it as often as possible, both with additives, in the form of healthy cocktails, and without everything.